Remember a couple months ago when Ultimate Spider-Man was like the next thing since sliced bread? Everyone was talking about it. It was selling out. It's in like its fifth printing and blah blah blah. It's so great. And I was like, oh, this is really pretty good. I'm enjoying this. And then issue number 4 comes along. The wind is out of the sail. Fill-in artist, and nothing happened in the entire book. There's no Spider-Man in costume. It's literally just a bunch of adults that we barely like standing around or sitting around in a restaurant talking and chatting and just being insufferable for the most part. Well, it brings us to issue number 5, and it starts out with a cover with Spidey in the back, and then you've got Ben Parker, and you've got JJ, Norman, you've got the shadow of the Goblin there. We're like, oh, okay, well, we'll get to something that actually happens. Nope. We're going to basically do a fill-in issue with a whole bunch of flashbacks and things, and then just brings us right up to speed and just yeah. I don't know what kind of intrigue they think we're supposed to be getting. We still have Messina as the artist on this. And kid you not, they just tease us the entire time. So it's a lot of just standing around and flashback type stuff to Norman and his wife Emily, and all the stuff's happening with Harry on the phone. And of course, here in the background, you see this little moment right here. And then you have this massive explosion that happens. And that kind of is there's Harry's face. And that's what we have as our sort of the 4. So it says the 2 victims of the attack are Norman and Emily. This is talking about the Makers Council and all that stuff that we've had all along. And then, of course, we now have a few weeks after that, and it's him, talking, blah, blah, blah. He's there with Gwen. Oh, boy, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. We're going to move on. Here's what we're doing. They send Harry. He has to flash the secret code, whatever, so he can get in to see the Kingpin. Oh, okay, we're going to have the Kingpin, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4 panels. He puts on a robe, a couple more panels. You see he's big and he's cool. That's it. We're done. Flash again 2 weeks later. We have more. And now you basically they find the Iron Man suit. We have sort of like tech talk, and they're going to have a Goblin suit that's going to come up here in a minute. And then we have a little bit more. It's just all about setting up and setting up and setting up. And you're like, are we really getting anything I mean, so the reason I think this is like everyone's going to let this go and not be a big issue for them. This is the 5th issue in a 6-issue story arc that's going to be published as a graphic novel. So 4 and 5 are sort of like in the middle. You just keep reading from 3 to the end. It'll be praised as being so good. And then, as standalone pieces, it's like such a waste of time and money. Like they could have told all of this and spent all this long. Like I remember in issue number 1, there's hardly anything that ever happens. And the whole thing in issue number 6, I mean, how much Spider-Man will we actually have if we look at the entire page count? It's just this is ridiculous. I'm so let down from how bad this has become. For where we were in the setup from 1 to 2, and 2 is where it kind of really got you and you were interested. And then when you got into issue 3, you're good. And then it's just since then, it is a complete, utter fail. So it moves along a little bit, and you see the Goblin in action, and you have sort of like a flash to Peter and Harry. Again, they're standing around drinking and talking. Aren't you intrigued? Aren't you curious about what's going to go on? Yeah. All right. Then we're to the current, and you have Goblin. He's torturing, and I'm not even getting into it to be continued. And literally, here's the setup. Here's the final issue. And I kid you not, it literally says artist Marco Cicchetto returns for the finale of the first arc. Are you freaking kidding me? I had to go through 2 issues with Messina and this substandard art just for you to bring him back. I mean, it's I, maybe you're into this and this is your thing and you're happy with spending the money and giving them your money. I am so deeply disappointed right now with this whole fiasco. Like I feel like just uh sort of like betrayed by the fact that they could come up with a gimmick. It was actually interesting. They had some elements that kind of worked. I thought Ultimate X-Men has been a complete and utter joke. I need to do more videos. There's no X-Men. It's just this one little, what's her name? Peach. It's a self-insert of her in the X-Men thing. There's no X-Men in the X-Men. It's just, Black Panther. I'm like, he's already got a suit and stuff. What is this world with no powers when he's already got, like, it's just, and now this. Oh, what a waste of time and money. I'm sort of blown away that it was just nothing but a big graphic novel scam. So expect issue number 6 to be Rock'em Sock'em. Spidey catching on the Goblin's got like maybe like a double agenda. He's being too violent. Whatever. You'll see some. and then it'll wrap up. And they'll sell some graphic novels, and you're gonna build. There'll be some positive press that's gonna roll out by issue number 6. Forget about issue 4. Issue number 5. It's as though they don't even exist because we're gonna gloss right through that. To just, I couldn't believe it. I expected things to actually go somewhere. Instead, we just have a random showing up, random storytelling from the past. Hickman has taken this lazy spin-off knockoff version of what Bendis did years and years ago, and Marvel has bought into let's doing this sort of like alternate thing, and it's just a big joke. The covers and the alternate covers have nothing to do with what's inside the books most of the time. This week is no exception. What a waste. What a waste. I don't have anything else to say. I'm good. I'm Pops. I'm out.